Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mexico Radio Tag Show.com. And we just got off the airways with the CEO of the All Star Music Awards and the Filmmaker Awards and the Puerto Conjunto Awards and the Texas Tejano Country Music Awards, Mr. Jesse Torres. Man, what an awesome showdown that happened right around 30 minutes ago, something like that, man. We just had him on the airways. What an awesome interview, guys. Awesome interview. We had some amazing hosts on the show. And I want to welcome in. Yeah, let me see. um I'm gonna welcome in let me see here. I'm doing some multitasking over here. I'm trying to tag everybody that I possibly can know. I want to welcome in our lovely hosts out of the Midland, Texas area. Beautiful Yesenia Alvarado. Welcome in, Yesenia. Welcome into the New Mexico Radio.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
How are you, girlfriend? What an awesome interview that we just had a while ago with the
I know
talented.
that was incredible. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun
There's a
knowing
lot to
about
tell
Tejano
you,
music and all. Yeah, everything that's going on out there.
it's
Yes.
awesome, right? I want to welcome you to everybody, man. Everybody, tag your friends, tag your followers, man. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from, man, and we'll give you guys a lovely shout out. All right. We're waiting on another host. I don't know where she ended up going. I think we lost her. No, just kidding. Um, but first and foremost, man, I want to welcome in our other host all the way from the beautiful city of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Beautiful Cha Cha baby. What's going on, girlfriend?
Hi. Had a little technical difficulties, but I'm here.
You
But
did it. Yay.
you're here. Um, like I was saying to Yesenia, Cha Cha. Um, we had a great interview with our last host, man. We were just on 30 minutes ago, man. We're like I said, guys, we're so booked up with interviews, man. So like if we got to double book an interview on a Thursday or Tuesday or Wednesday or on a Monday, man, we're there to do that. Some people like it, some people don't. But if we have to go that route, that's just something that we have to do because we're booked up all next week. También too. We got interviews on Monday. You got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week all booked up. I have to update the calendar right after tonight's show. But yes, we're booked all the way up until October. A la máquina, did I say October?
Yay.
Yay.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah. Everybody asks is how do we stay so busy? But first and foremost, man, before we get started, or we bring in our talented, beautiful guest, I wanna advertise our nominations real quick, man, because they're gonna end on August the 15th. Don't forget, man, DJ Hendog is nominated for Best Tejano Country Internet Mobile DJ of the Year, man, at the second annual
Wow.
Music Awards, man, in San Antonio, Texas. And then, of course, man, our team, our podcast, second annual Tejano Country Music Awards. We're nominated, man, for Best Tejano Country Podcast at the second annual Tejano Country Music Awards going down in San Antonio, Texas on August the 24th, man. The last day to cast in your votes is August the 15th. So there it is for the podcast. Don't forget, man. I just shared it today, so if you can do us a favor, share it and post it, tag us. Um, Much appreciated on both of the flyers right there, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations to Hen Dog out there, man, and our whole crew, man. Thank you for everybody, right? And then first and foremost, man, I do want to advertise la máquina. Yeah, man. Did I put it out there for you guys? And let me see if I can get it out there, man. I want to do something real quick for you guys, man. We're doing big things out here in New Mexico, and I do want to put this out there for you guys, right? So, um, yeah, man. I like this right here. Let me see what I got right here, man. I also want to give a big shout out real quick, man, before we bring in our special guests, because we're always like putting out this, man. You need a DJ for all your services. DJ Hendall got you covered, all right. And then this is my DJ company, Diverse Productions. So that means Diverse Productions, man, is that we got DJs that can manipulate anything. All right. So if you want to be a part of Diverse Productions, man, let us know. Big shout out to our sponsorship, Encanto Event Center, One Stop Party Rentals, and also shout out to our other sponsor, man, Texas Pura Vida Awards, and also shout out to our photographer of the company, Miranda Guerrero Photography. And also, man, a big shout out to another sponsorship of our own right here, man. We got this one right here, Blueprint Massages right there, ladies and gentlemen, and also another big shout out right here, this company right here, man, Hen Dog Promotions, man. If you want to be a big part of our promotion company, man, let us know, man. We do music distributions, promotions, flyers. We set up interviews for all the artists, all the guests, man, and that's what we do, man. So just a little information that we do, all right. And then I want to give a shout out to this sponsorship right here, man, Conjunto Fight Entertainment, all right. And then without further ado, man, sorry taking a little bit of long time, but I got to advertise our sponsorships. That's the ones that pay the New Mexico Radio Talk Show to be on here with you guys tonight. If you want to be a sponsor to our show, contact myself, contact Chacha, or contact Yesenia, all right? Contact any one of us, man, and we'll get you squared away, or contact any one of us on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show. And we'll take care of you guys. All right. So I want to bring in the beautiful, talented Monica Rubio, which is our special guest of the New Mexico Radio Talk Show tonight, man. I want to send a shout out, man. We got La Reina all the way from Lubbock, Texas, man. Um, so Monica, welcome in. Hopefully, you're excited as much as we're excited on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show. This is myself, Hen Dog. I'm Hen Dog, all right. We got Chacha, who's our newest member, and we got Yesenia. I'm sure you're familiar with Yesenia. She's our
Yes.
well, so what's going on, Monica? What's going on out there in the Texas area, man?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for the invite. I appreciate it. I always like to put myself out there because I dedicate this to part of my side hustle, hobby, whatever you want to call it, to pageants. And if I want girls to put their, try something different, put themselves out there, what a better way to do it myself? Kind of sets the example. I used to be really shy to talk, and now I'm not shy anymore.
Hey, it looks like
So-
you sound like me. You sound like me. Like, um, and of course, I'm gonna give these lovely ladies a chance to talk tonight on tonight's show. So, because I can take over in a quick jump, right? But I'm gonna ask you the first question. Then these ladies, I'm gonna take myself away from the camera and I'm gonna let them do the show. So, and then I'll pop in back on. But so they're gonna ask you some questions because I'm gonna ask you the first one. So, at what point did you want to decide that you wanted to do something with the pageants, and how did you get started? Who influenced you to wanting to do these pageants? Anybody in the family or friend, or you seen something on social media or on TV, or how did you want to get started in all this?
okay, so when I was 18, 17, 18 years old, I participated in a pageant myself.
Wow,
It was a local pageant, but I really liked it. I was very shy and I didn't know, I had no clue about pageants at the time.
exactly.
But I liked it. A few years down the road, I decided to, I was living in Dodge City, Kansas, and I decided that I wanted to start a pageant myself. A lot of young girls in the community didn't have much to do, and especially like the Latino girls. So I was like, why don't I create a pageant to where girls can show, a talent or singing, final speeches. That's a big thing with
Exactly.
pageants. So it kind of just started from there. Then after my first event, I remember somebody from a bigger organization reached out and invited me to be part of a national organization. So I did that for a couple, like 3 years. And my last event in Kansas, I had like 750 people attend my event. Um, I had little girls all the way up to teenagers. Mrs. is like 18. Back then it was like 18 to 26 or something like that. And now pageants have changed so much. They include women of different ages. So I moved to Texas in 2019 and I stopped doing it for a while. I also do hair and makeup and I stopped doing all of that for a while. And then I want to say a couple years back, I decided I wanted to do it again, and I actually got a lot of offers. Um, right now, I have more than one franchise with pageants, so we're trying to get it growing. But that's kind of how it all started, and I think the background on all of this is I love to change people, especially women. When girls, little girls, teens, misses, they join at the beginning, they're just they're, a person, but when they reflect back to like their whole year, because most queens have a year of reign, you compare it, I like to take pictures and videos and I like to show them, look, this was you at the beginning and look at you now. Some of them will go on to modeling, um just doing different things, and I really love the empowerment that pageants bring to women, and I really love that now inclusion has broadened. Before you had to be, only up to 26, 27. You couldn't be married, you couldn't have kids. Now you can have kids, you can be married, you can be divorced. One of my franchises, Miss Mundo Latina Texas, it's from ages 4 to 45. So it's like there's a women that, let's say a woman that was in her 20s, she married young and she always wanted to be in pageants and she never got to, and now she's in her 30s, 40s, and she wants to do a pageant, because it's what she always wanted to do. Now she has the opportunity, and that's the way I see it.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
great.
Yeah.
No, I mean, my thing is, Monica, is I always like to express this to. I mean, and this is why we like to do these kind of interviews, because these interviews are different, right? And like I express this to everybody, because we do different interviews with different people. We do, and of course, this is our first one with pageants and stuff like that. And we done some movie actors, we done some models, and of course, they gotta be, you know covered up, when we're doing something like that. But because we got everybody coming in from all over, right? Teenagers to kids to adults to producers, promoters to managers, to everybody that's looking at our shows every single day and every week. But we like doing these shows, because it's going to help out not just only our show, but what you're doing, and it's going to catch on to the youth, and that's what we like to do, is catch on to the youth. Because there's so much hate crime going on, and there's so much freaking crime going on as well. People are getting locked up because they want to be stupidity, or they don't want to follow the law, they want to follow the rules. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just different, man. It's really, really different, right? um like I said, but it takes like this, to branch out with the guests, and with the talent. And here's my thing, if we can get something that's going for the youth, I mean, and make them go to school, and then do something that they love to do. I mean, you're in the right path, with doing all this stuff, because you want the youth to succeed, and you want um the older people now, you know what I mean. You said before, you had to be not married, you had to be a certain age and stuff like
Certainly.
that, and
No
no
kids. You can't have
kids,
kids.
and I mean, and I'm sure any age now, and anybody that that's willing to join, and rather your looks, your size, your color, I mean, it's all for now, but
Mhm.
everybody back then, was just like, oh my gosh, like, how do we do this? How do we join? Um, and I feel bad for some of the ones back in the day, with doing these pageants and like we do a lot of shows, right? We do a lot of shows here in our home state, right? Um, and I see different people, right? And I'm just like, well, back then they didn't allow people to join because of their color or the way they looked or the way they dressed or how they carried themselves. And now you're doing
Mhm.
stuff for the community and doing stuff that you love to do. Um, and for you to come back to want to do it and stuff like that at the age of 18 and to do it now and help out and be the director and just help, is a big plus as being the director.
Yes,
That's
it
true.
definitely does. Um, sometimes I do come across parents or even potential contestants. They say, "Okay, so what is the pageant gonna do for me? Like, what benefit am I gonna get out of this?" And it not only the opportunity to participate in a pageant, learn what it's like to be on a stage, but you learn public speaking skills. You get to network. You get to, a lot of these girls, we give them a class on how to find sponsors. And, you know, I've had girls where they have no money to join a pageant and they find sponsors, and their whole pageant and trip and everything is paid for with just sponsors. And pretty soon they have job offers, they have opportunities for scholarships. A lot of these pageants, not all of them, but a lot of them, they want you to be in school. They want you to, at least be doing something, or, an entrepreneur. And these pageants, they really bring out a whole different person. I see a pageant more as personal development. And not only that, before, back in the day, it was just like Miss America, Miss USA, and now we have, one of these is Miss Mundo Latina Texas, which is part of Miss Mundo Latina USA. You're not required to speak Spanish, but it's Latina, so they want you to be, Hispanic, Latin, you know, and because there's a lot of women that have really good talent. And I've seen a lot of the older women are more involved in pageants. One of, the current queen we have for Texas, Judith, she's in the Mrs. category, and she is like all in. She has done a lot with a lot of businesses, and and she even told me, I've never, but this was my first pageant, and I've had, I think the most gratifying thing is when women and young women tell you, like, I was going through a rough time, and you helped me
Mm.
change that. And I think that's one of the best rewards as a pageant
That is
director,
fun.
behind all the stress, because it's very stressful, especially when you start
Mm.
back up. You got to find contestants, you got to reach out to people, and it's a process. It's slow, but it's getting there, and I think that's rewarding.
And when your sister told me about this, like I said, we'd love to help everybody right in. Welcome in to the beautiful Janet Alvarado, the
That-
sis of Yesenia says, hi, pretty sis out there. And also, big shout out, man, to Irma Sabia Perez, one of our artists on the Tejano side. Big shout out to her out of El Paso, Texas. And also, big shout out to our number one follower on the New Mexico Radio Talk Show, David Vela. He used to be a wide receiver, professional NFL player for the Oakland Raiders back in the 70s, 80s, something like that. Top NFL player, man, back in the day, man. He's a big follower on our show, and he's our number one follower, and he's one of our hosts on Thursdays too. So he's in the film industry right now. He's filming. He's a high school coach for the football team. But anyway, um, we're here to help, man. Like I said, we're always here to help. When you send us like, hey, can we bring Monica on? Hey, I said, hey, any artists, any guests, any particular, and I don't discriminate because we try to grow the business and grow the platform, and this is a platform for everybody to come on the show. And I give all the hosts that are on every single week, man, that are on Mondays, that are on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. I said, hey, if you got a guest that wants to come in on the show, let us know, and we'll put you down in the calendar, put you down in the schedule, and we're here to help, here to grow the business. Because people are going to hear you now, you know what I mean, and you're going to get a bigger following from. You had a following, you said you had a following, so you're going to get a bigger following. People are going to want to follow what you're doing, and they're going to ask you like, hey, how do we be a part of the pageant? Are you going to, is there going to be any contest going on? Um, are you going to host your own show? And give away something for first place, second place, third place, and stuff like that, and maybe a gift basket or something like that. But like I said, we're here to help everybody, and that's what it's all about, right? So I'm gonna let these girls take over the show. These girls are new, so Yesenia, Cha Cha, do y'all.
Alrighty.
God bless
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah. So yeah, I wanted to ask you, Monica, can you tell us a little bit about how can they register and what girls can register in from what state?
Okay, so for example, Miss Mundo Latina Texas, that pageant system is open to ages 4 to 45. So it's baby, little, preteen, teen, miss, and misses. So if you're a miss and misses category, which is 18 to 45, you're not required to be single. You can be married, divorced, you can have kids, no kids. Um, and your Spanish is not required. I know a lot of girls here, Latina, Texas, and they're like, "Oh, but I don't know Spanish," and it's okay. That's not a requirement. I know some girls get shy about that. Inspirational Teen Texas is for teenagers. It's for more like those teenagers that like love community service, that love to help their communities, that have a good platform. My current girl, Ruby, she's in Gonzales, Texas, which is over there by San Antonio. Her platform is adopting animals. She promotes adopting animals and not breeding. So, that's what Inspirational Teen Texas is about. And Miss Supreme International Texas, there's 8 queens for that. It's girls from 18 to 27. And now this one, they do have to be single. They can't be married and they can't have kids. But there is a petite category. So if you are not tall enough, if you're 5'4" and under, you can you're in a petite category, and 5'5" and above, it's Miss, just regular Miss. And um and then we have Miss Eco Texas. That one is Miss and Teen. Teen is 14 to 17, and Miss is 18 to 33. The Miss and Miss Eco Texas is also, you're not required to be single. You can be married, divorced, you can have children, and you can be up to 33 years old. And that Eco Texas is about the environment. So, like, my current queen, her name is Ashley Rojas, and she has a lot of followers. She actually has like 240,000 in her Instagram, and she has like 3 million on TikTok. And she's in El Paso, and she is really big about uh, the environment, and she is going to be promoting recycling. And one of her projects is going to be like, for example, how many times do you have old medicine in your house that you don't use anymore? It expires, and a lot of people throw it away or they flush it, and that's harmful to your water system because all that medicine goes into the water. If you throw it in the trash, it ends up in a landfill and it's harmful to soil. So that's going to be one of her big projects. She's going to get with the police department, and they're going to set up like drives where you can go drop off your old medications, especially narcotics. If those things end up in the trash somewhere, you never know. Kids might get into it and they can get in, overdose or accidentally eat something. Even pets, sometimes there's pets in the trash cans, and they eat. So she's gonna be really big on that. And Mundo Latina Texas is like, you know, inspiration in the Latin heritage, promoting your culture, your background, all of that. So everything is based in Texas, and it's all over Texas. It doesn't. Texas is so big, so there's like so many women that can participate. And it's very affordable. We have a very affordable program. We're trying to give the best, give your money's worth, is what we stand behind. So yeah, it's open to all girls in Texas.
Pretty good.
Uh,
Sacha, do you want to ask something?
yes. Hi,
Hi.
Monica. I just want to first want to tell you that you are amazing because you are like doing woman empowerment. Not only that, you're showing these young little girls uh, skills, not regular skills, life
Mm-hmm.
skills that they could take with them the rest of their lives. So my question to you is, when did you decide or thought that, hey, there's a need for this? I need to move on this. You know.
I always have, since I've, can remember, I always have girls that message me on social media, and they'll be like, "Hey, is there anything that I can do? I want to do something." Now it's not so common, but back, when I started doing this, teen pregnancy uh was popular for some reason, and I was like, I have to get, girls to do something different, and instead of just thinking about getting married and getting pregnant. And there's so much talent out there, and so many girls that can figure it out, and I always tell girls, like, if you want to be a model, that's fine, but try a pageant, and then you'll find out if, modeling is for you, or if you want to continue doing pageants. And the reason I have different pageant systems is because, sometimes if a girl doesn't win in one pageant, I can offer her something else. That was kind of my goal, was to have different opportunities for girls. They get modeling gigs, they get jobs. I always, sometimes I have girls that ask me to be their reference for scholarships. So helps. It helps. A lot of people think it doesn't, but it does help, especially with scholarships. Sometimes they want to see leadership skills. And if you don't have anything, it's a little harder to get jobs or scholarships. I've had girls get good jobs because they have these leadership skills on their resume, because you can add pageants on your resume. um you can add on there, you can add public speaking skills, networking, sales. If you're looking for sponsors, that's pretty much sales. Experience in
Hmm.
sales.
Hmm. That's really cool.
Getting on a stage, talking to judges, all of that, is public speaking. Leadership skills, being a leader in their community. We expect um queens to be independent. We always tell them, like, we're not your babysitters. We're going to guide you. We're going to give you the tools and the training, and we're going to let you go. And we always tell them it's your responsibility to find community events that you like. If you like going to nursing homes, then go do that. Put yourself out there. And just like I think the main thing that gets me to do this, or that got me to do this, is because I've had, I have letters, I have cards, I have messages of girls that message me and tell me that I helped them get out of a depression, that um they thought that they were ugly, or they didn't think they were worthy enough, and like they just bloomed. So I think that's what keeps me going. especially when I see girls transform. A lot of girls don't realize it, but I'll get like a picture and I'll be like, look how different you look, even with just
Mhm.
a picture, you know? And girls,
Mhm.
they get so excited because, you get pretty, you get to get all dolled up in a pretty dress, and you get to meet girls from other places. Most of these pageants, you have to go to a national competition, and they make friends from other states, and it ends up being like something that you take with you forever.
That's amazing. And sometimes I'm pretty sure they make really good connections where they become long life connections, and that's very important. Especially, man, I wish I knew or had something this type of opportunity when I was younger, because I was a super shy growing up, believe it or not, and yeah, I wish there was opportunity like this where not only to show me that you know I can be pretty and I can be smart and I can be I have all these
Mm-hmm.
skills, but yes, I just you're just amazing to inspire all these women and little girls to remind them like, hey, you're
Mm-hmm.
worthy. You are
Yes.
worthy, and um, keep at it. And do you continue to mentor them even after they stop doing the pageants, or to follow up with them or anything, especially like now with the world being, well, I'm sorry to sound harsh or anything, but there's a lot of bullying right now, and especially among little girls and teenagers. Do you ever like touch base with them to see if they're doing good or anything like that, or is there a certain like restriction on doing stuff like that?
No, there's girls that I've had from like when way back when I did my first pageant. They stay in touch with me still, and I always try to be supportive, commenting their pictures, sharing their stuff, just keeping up with them with what they've been doing. Um, One experience that I remember is my first inspirational teen text or teen Kansas. She had never done pageants before, shy little girl. And she started in March, and in July, this was last year, she literally had from March to July to get ready for her national competition. And we just kind of like, she just broke out. Like, she was this quiet little girl, and then she just like wowed everybody, and she won the USA title. Yeah, and
Wow.
everybody was like, "How'd you do it?" And it's like, it's you just give these little tools to the girls, and you inspire them, and they just go and they run with it. So, and I really love to see girls do what they love. And I always tell girls, it doesn't matter if you stay with me or if you go do a different pageant, I'm still going to be there. And I encourage that a lot, because also I do get a lot of girls that will do a pageant and they don't win and they give up. Oh, well, I didn't win. And I'm like, no, you have to keep doing it. You have to keep doing it. It's like me. I'm a pageant director. I can't just give up the first year. I have to keep doing them, and I'm gonna get better. And eventually I'm gonna keep winning USA titles. So, like, that's what I try to show other girls. You don't just want to stop the first time. You want to keep going, because you never know. There's girls out, if you see stories of pageant girls on TikTok, a lot of them will tell you, I've tried 10 times and I finally won. you know so it's kind of like also teaching girls that you can't just stop because you don't get what you want the first time. You got to keep going. You got to keep getting better. Different coaches. There's pageant coaches out there. And I always tell them, try a different coach. you learned something from this coach, go get another one and try that one and see how, if something changes up, just different things. And I love to stay in touch with them just because you kind of it kind of makes you feel like you were a little part of their journey.
Yes, yes. And that's awesome that you are like 110 support for them, and you're going to, they're never going to forget you because of everything that you've done for them, and that's
Yeah.
amazing. That really is. You are really an inspiring person,
Thank you.
Monica.
So recently, one of your girls went to national. How was her experience? How do you feel as a director? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, so um we didn't win, but just the feeling of being there. For example, we went to Orlando, and it Orlando, Florida is beautiful. It's a beautiful state, and you get to see other girls. You get to learn. You get to take notes. Oh, they were excited. Like they were like all glammed up. I mean, they had the time of
Mhm.
their lives, and it's exhausting because you do activities all day, and then it next thing you know, it's 11 o'clock, and then they're like, "Oh, we gotta practice," and
Mhm.
practice till like 1, 2 in the morning, and then you gotta get up at 5, 6 in the morning to do your makeup and hair because you're gonna have activities again. So it's stressful. It definitely, I think it teaches the girls more than anything time management. You really have to learn how to manage your time. You can't be
Yes.
late to anything because if you're late, you get points taken off of your score. But they were so excited. It was their first national pageant, and you get to see girls from other states. And the Ruby, she just went to Denver, so she got to meet girls, from other states as well. And it was her first time flying. So like just watching little bits and pieces of their journey, like you can tell that at the end they don't even care if they won or not. It's like the
Mhm.
experience, the
The
trip,
experience.
Experience.
what they learned, what they take from it, if they want to continue doing it, and if they don't, that's all part of it.
True. Yes, yes,
That's
it
amazing.
is.
It's 100% about the experience. Uh, and I wonder how much Starbucks they would drink. But then again, they're younger than us, so it's just like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
naturally like
they're
on a high, probably,
yeah, they're good.
right?
I think they're good. I wasn't. I was tired. I was really, really tired. I think
So how many Starbucks did
I
you have?
probably a couple in the morning, and yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Cause I'm okay. I'm at it all day, but the weekend, yeah, I could sneak a little nap here and there. I'm telling my age, but yeah.
So what can you say to those girls that are watching right now? What is your advice for them if they want to join a pageant, a beauty contest? What is your advice for them?
I think one of the biggest things that I get is the cost of the registration might bring a little fear to the girls. Um, we're flexible with payment plans. Like I'm not in it for the money because I don't make any money out of this. This is something that I love to do, and the money we want to use the money to help the girls, with their expenses to nationals. So, one of the things that I would say is don't let money scare you because first of all, there's payment plans. Second of all, there's opportunities for sponsorships, and I want girls to not see it as wasting money. It's an investment. It's an
Mhm.
investment for yourself. Judith, she's the current queen, but she's actually now part of the team. So, there's opportunities to become part of the team. And so I think the biggest thing is don't let money get in the way because there's always when there's a will, there's a way.
Mhm.
And
True.
if it's especially if it's something that you want to do, I think that money shouldn't be an issue. And also, most pageant systems, like the bigger pageant systems, they want a lot of money and they want it all up front. We don't. I that's one of my things. I'm like, hey, we need to be flexible. Um, we always ask for a deposit, and then I always tell the girls, look, you have until this month, or break it up into them, and then and then I break it up, and then they're like, oh, okay, so it's not that bad.
Mhm.
And also, like when they're trying to find dresses, like another big thing, another advice that I would give girls is don't think that you're gonna have to go buy expensive things. I've had girls win USA titles or state titles with Fashion Nova and Shein dresses, and people never know. It's the way you carry yourself. It's the way, you know, if you carry yourself out very well on stage, your dress is gonna look like $5,000, and it's just like a $50 dress.
It is true.
So you don't have to spend money. That's another thing that I tell girls is you don't have to spend money, only what you want to.
Mhm.
Do the girls sometimes even use like or buy like gently used dresses from like prior pageant
Hmm.
contestants or now we're well, I don't know about you, but I'm into like marketplace, the thrift
Yes.
Goodwill.
store.
I'm a Goodwill.
I always find really a lot of good treasures over
Yeah, I'm a
there.
Goodwill girl. I
eBay.
have that right there is Goodwill. It was red and something, and I repainted it. So, I mean, it's just the way you gotta.
I'm an antique store girl. I get it.
Yeah, you have to look at like what we want to do is we want to help women look at negative situations into positive. Right
Correct.
now there's like I don't know if you knew this. You probably didn't know this, but a lot of designers now they will rent dresses to you. If you
Mhm.
don't want
Yes, I heard
Mhm.
that.
If you don't want
Yes.
to if you can't afford to buy a dress or make one, there's design. I have a few contacts of designers that they will rent you dresses or they will sell you used dresses for really cheap. You just have to pay like the shipping and a little fee, and we're talking like less than $100 just to rent a dress. It also depends what kind of dress you want also, but like if you are like, man, I'm gonna buy this dress and I'm not even gonna wear it anymore. I always also encourage girls like, hey, all the dresses that you have, let other girls rent them from you too, and that
Mhm.
makes you a little money.
Rent them from
You know.
you, buy them
Hmm.
from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we try to give
I
girls
usually
ideas.
Mhm.
I'm a pinup model here for the Dallas Fort Worth area, and what I do is again I go to the thrift store. I People would probably think I have a lot of money, but I really don't. I like go to thrift store. Sheen is another one, and I use gently used dresses from like prior girls for photo
Mhm.
shoots. I am not ashamed of it. Like if someone comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, that's a pretty dress," I was like, "Oh, I got it at Shein for $5. Check it out." That's my boost. Like, hey,
True.
check this out. And I love it. I love
True.
it. And and that's how I started. myself, and I'm not ashamed of it. I like to share that information with people too because
It might be useful for them.
um, you don't have to, buy, like you said, Monica, you don't have to buy a lot of expensive
Mm-hmm.
stuff. You just like, it's where you could find it the best price and gently used and still good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
totally agree.
That's true. Anything else you want to say, Monica, before we end up this interview?
Um, no, the only thing is like, if there's girls, from anywhere in Texas and they're interested, they don't have, that I don't want them to feel obligated to join. But if you have
Mhm.
questions, we have a group, you know, if you yourself, know girls that would be great for this, send them our way. We also give referral bonuses. So, I always like to gratify people for bringing somebody in. So even if they don't want to join, they can help bring more women in. Um, and I'm all about that. And we're trying to put an event together here soon. Maybe you can come down and watch the show. It's hard. It is hard because we're barely starting, but it's possible. We're gonna make it. And if it's small this year, I know next year it's gonna be even bigger.
And that's true. Yes, we are.
Sí se puede.
Okay, well, it was so nice having you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Um, Chacha, you want to say something else?
Monica, you're awesome,
Thank
girl.
you.
I'm going to stalk you now, seriously, because I mean, you're inspiring so many little girls, teenagers, women. Like, you're teaching them like there's no limits as to what you
Yep.
can do, and yeah. So if you see Cha Cha Baby on any of your social platforms, it's me,
Okay.
okay?
Sounds good. I'll add you.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Monica.
Bye. You
Have a good
too.
night.
Bye.
¿Qué pasó?
I laughed there for a bit.
Arnhem
Sorry.
Husband, great show, ladies, great show. Good show to Yesenia Alvarado and Cha doing their thing, man, on this beautiful Thursday, man, with the beautiful Monica Rubio, man. Big shout out to JNR Fashion Boutique and big shout out to Eli Groove out there, man. Big shout out to everybody checking in. Um, you guys, ladies, did a fantastic job. I was watching behind the scenes. I was seeing how you guys are doing. So you guys get a A on the report card. So it's like a school grade, right? A la máquina. Um,
I gotta go star. I gotta go
Papa.
star.
yeah, man. So next week, next Thursday will be different for you guys. All right. So we got two new hosts coming in next week, man. We got the beautiful Karina and Raquel Ruiz coming in next week to join you guys, man. Um but I do want to say thank you to everybody out there, man, checking in. And of course you ladies will get the concept of how to close the show and how to end the show and stuff like that. And know how to do the last minute shout outs and stuff like that to all the fans. And then I'll send you the logos and all that stuff for the sponsorships and all that stuff. That way you can advertise those. You don't have to advertise them on the screen. I do that because that's what I do, right? And then um like I said, everybody's got their own way to close a show, open up a show, and we got our own way, and I got my own way. But long as we mention their name and stuff like that on our platform, in our social medias, they're pretty satisfied with that. So once again, man, big shout out to DJ Hen Dog Entertainment, and shout out to our DJ company, Diverse Productions and DJs. And also big shout out, man, to our Canto Event Center, man, where the parties happen at every weekend. And then One Stop Party Rentals, and then Pura Vida Awards, man, and then Miranda Guerrero Photography, our photographer of the company, man, ladies and gentlemen. And then also big shout out, man, to Conjunto Fight Entertainment, man. And then big shout out, man, to Blueprint Massages out there, man. Big shout out to them. And also big shout out, man, to Hand Dog Promotion Company, who's Yesenia is a part of that, man. So if you want to get promoted, contact me or Yesenia or Miranda Guerrero or Christina Garcia as well. All right. We're part of that company right there, man. Hand Dog Promotions, man. We do it all, man. We can be your manager, booking agent. We can do it all. We got it all, man. We got the right crew, the right staff. And if you'd like to be a part of our promotion company or our podcast company as well, man, let us know. Ladies, I'm your host with the most is DJ Hen Dog. Every single week, man, you can catch us on Monday through Thursday. Um, like I said, man, if you want to see our shows, tune in. We're live on TikTok. I will put this on TikTok as well. So I got to see what's going on with TikTok. So I do want to introduce myself. I am DJ Hendog, originally from Roswell, New Mexico, home state. And I am the host of the New Mexico Radio Talk Show, the CEO. And I got our lovely ladies. I will let them introduce themselves and give them their last shout outs. I'm going to start with Cha Cha. Any last shout outs you'd like to give out there to the fans out there before you head out?
Just wanted to say, hey, thank you for the opportunity to be part of the podcast, and I'm excited about the future, being part of this awesome team. And to the fans, I hope you're listening and keep listening to us and vote, vote, vote.
You Yesenia?
Hey, yes, well, it was being here, being part of this uh, show and Slack.
Yes, you're lagging again. Log out and come back in. Log out and come back in. Yesenia.
I've been doing this all night. I'm sorry. Well, I guess I'm out. I don't know. Leave me alone.
No, log in and log back out. You'll be good. But that's right, man. She'll come back on real quick for you guys, man, and do her last minute shout outs to all the fans out there, man. But don't forget, man, to cast in your votes right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna put this out there. New Mexico Radio Talk Show is nominated for Best Tejano Country Podcast out there, man, at the second annual Tejano Country Music Awards. Brought to you by Jesse Torres. We just had him on about 30 minutes ago, something like that. And let me see. Where's the other? Oh, there it is, right there. The Hen Dog nominated for Best Tejano Country Internet Mobile DJ of the Year, man. That's right, man. Cast in your votes, man. Don't forget, man. Thank you to Yesenia Alvarado and the beautiful Cha Cha Baby, man, doing their thing, man. Dallas, Texas, Midland, Texas, New Mexico, doing intertwining, man. Like I said, man, we're intertwining different cities. Like I said, I'm in right here in Roswell, New Mexico. Cha Cha Baby's all the way in Dallas, Texas, and Yesenia's right there in the Midland, Texas area, man. So we got all our platforms and stuff like that. But don't forget, man, if I don't see you guys mañana, don't forget, man, I'll be on the airways at 9 o'clock Arizona time, 10 o'clock a.m. New Mexico time, and 11 o'clock a.m. Texas time to put on about an hour of nothing but música favoritas for you guys, all right? So I'll be able to put in what you guys want to request, and well, I might have a host on the show, man. You never know. God bless you, Cha Cha. Thank you for everything you're doing, and welcome aboard on this amazing platform, and each show is going to get better, all right? God bless you guys. Thank you. Hasta la vista. I will talk to Cha Cha right after the show, and I will talk to my other host right after the show. So God bless you guys so much. Thank you. Good night, and hasta la vista.